Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of TotemCast. My name is Lucario, and I'm just going to talk about some quick news real quick, and then I'm going to get to the point of the video. And the point of the video is just my appreciation for specific members in the community. I didn't think I would get around to doing something like this, but here we are. So let's go ahead and dive in. The first bit of news is the new patch, 11.2, is out as of today. It is quite a buggy patch. The new bank system has been updated, so it was very difficult logging in. I spent over 45 minutes trying to log in. You know, patch day is always like this. It's very frustrating, and a lot of people get pissed. But, I mean, hey, small indie company, as they say, or multi-nickel company, as I've seen today. That was a pretty funny one. But, you know, once you get in, like, the new content for max level is really cool. I'm actually excited about this raid tier. Like, the last two raid tiers for the War Within, I've just kind of been like, whatever. And, I mean, like, the cool thing about Dragonflight, I liked all of them. The cool thing about Legion, I liked them all. The cool thing about Shadowlands, I liked them all. War Within, the first two raid tiers, I was just kind of like, couldn't care less. But this one looks really cool, looks really promising. I'm a big fan of the Void themes in the game. That's why the only character I've actually done for Mage Tower has been a Shadow Priest, because I love the Void. I don't really play it as much as I should, because it is pretty much my theme, like the kind of person I am in real life. It's just, like, Shadow Priest really vibes with me, but for some reason I'm just really drawn to the Karate Monk, or the Karate Panda. I don't know, it's weird. You know what I mean? But yeah, the patch is out. It seems pretty cool so far. A lot of nice changes. Frost DK got a huge buff, especially for level 30. I don't know too much about max level, but for level 30, it is actually viable to use now. So for the first time in going on 4 years, as far as I'm aware, DK has some relevance now, and it's actually kind of cool. Blood DK has been historically kind of meh. Unholy DK has some good niche and AoE, but Frost has just been kind of like, hey, I'm here too. But today, it kind of feels nice. How long is this going to last? I don't know. Don't have the answers for that, but we're going to find out. Some other news, lore walking has been patched a little bit for like the whole summoning gimmick. So if you're going to get summoned into a raid, you can no longer do that through lore walking, and it sucks because we had plans to do the other Cataclysm raid content and then possibly mop. It would have been something really fun to do. No one's ever done it for the level bracket, and I figured, like, why not? But unfortunately, it's been patched, and, you know, like I said, it sucks, but, like, hey, at least we were able to come together and do Firelands. I am very pleased about that. I mean, hey, come on, it's fucking cool. It's really cool that we were able to manage that. So yeah, unfortunately, lore walking is just, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some more exploits we can discover with it. I encourage people not to discuss them in our Discord, of course. If you want to, like, bring it up in the DMs, go ahead. I can't monitor everything, but I do ask that people don't, and I might be at fault with it too. Like, I know I kind of break my own rules sometimes. You just get kind of caught up in the moment, you know. But that being said, the point of this video is I wanted to talk about my appreciation for specific people in the community. I'm just going to go ahead and start off with probably one of the most helpful people I know right now, and that is Petme. Petme is the one that does our animations. She is an artist, which is really cool, because I always thought it'd be really fun if we had something like that. And lo and behold, here she is. I've actually come to a realization that I have seen her art before I've ever met the person herself, because I have looked up Druid artwork before in the past, and I have seen her art, which I just realized it was her a couple days ago, because I was like, hey, wait a minute. That looks familiar. You know, she's updated my profile picture for, you know, the community, and just I don't know, just lots of cool things. Like, she likes to take funny moments out of her raids from the videos I upload, and she'll make, like, little animations for them. It generates a lot of views and a lot of, like, you know, attention for us. You know, some people come in from it. She also likes to advertise a moon guard for people. She's got some, like, roleplay add-ons for it. Petme is also very helpful on her Wednesdays. She likes to dedicate part of her time off work to basically make sure people are like raid ready. She will take you through some raids to get the gear. And I mean, come on, you can't ask for a more helpful person. I'm really appreciative of everything that PetMe does. She's a very funny person. She also makes stickers and emojis for the community. It's really cool to see somebody like this invested with us. I'm happy. I'm glad that there's somebody like that. Of course, we got other people like that too, but like PetMe really takes it to a whole new level, and I think she's like the MVP of pretty much everything. So I have a lot of like respect for that. So, you know, thank you very much for doing what you do, PetMe. That means quite a bit. The second one I want to get into is the Shudak people. I'm very happy that they're here with us. Like Amelia, the Exile, Oda. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. There's 5 of them. You know, I'm probably going to miss somebody's name, but you know what I'm talking about. Edreed. There's one more. I can't think of the name off the top of my head, so I'm so sorry about that. But I am very grateful to have you guys because, you know, you guys did kind of come in, and it was kind of like a nice little game changer to have people who were just invested in doing the raid content on the go, and they come in, and here we go. Some of the stuff we've done, I don't know if we would have been able to do it without them, but it definitely did help quite a bit having them here with us. So it was just really fun, you know. I don't think we would have been able to do Firelands without them, if I'm being honest. It was kind of nice having some, like, I'm not saying that people are like incompetent or anything like that with the community, because part of our whole motto is just like bring the player, not the meta. Like, we just want people to come in and have fun and not like stress out over rating. Just, you know, hey, take a break from KSM, or hey, take a break from AOTC, come in, have some fun, blah, blah, blah. And just relax and have a good night with the boys. It's kind of the whole point. So, I mean, it is what it is, right? But they come in and they want to actually do like hard content. And, you know, with them, that's just like 5 additional people. So it works out pretty well, and pretty grateful for that. You know, we're also in talks of doing PvP again. You know, I would really like it to happen. It's probably a good idea not to just focus on level 30 PvP. Like, I'm open for like level 20, level 29, and 30. 30 is pretty much dead in the water, but at least 20 and 29 can do stuff. And I feel like we can actually build something off of that without toxicity, because if there's any toxicity, you know, I'm going to like bring down the fucking ban hammer, because I'm not putting up with that. And yeah, but you know, I really love PvP. It's pretty much been my favorite thing to do in the game all the way up until we started doing this community. So it would be nice to be able to keep doing it. But that is just, you know, that's just me. But with that being said, let's get into the next one. And the next one, of course, is the Fate Saber, or, you know, my bane of my existence with his stupid memes he likes to post. He can be a little annoying with them at times, but Fate has done quite a bit for us. I honestly, we wouldn't be able to have a lot of the stuff we have if it wasn't for Fate. Some of that includes our dungeon add-on. He specifically made an add-on that I was wanting to make dungeon content more like Mythic Plus, so we'd have some like additional challenges or like whatever. And we have used those in our tournaments before, and they also double as a Herald section, so you can use it to check gear to see if it qualifies for a Herald of the Titans. He put a lot of work into it, and I'm very grateful for it. Like, Fate does have a pretty good history of doing what I ask him to do. Not always. Like, a lot of times I'll ask him to do something and he'll just completely ignore it. And it is a little annoying. It is a little frustrating, but the things that he does do, I'm very grateful for that. And I like to keep him busy with like little like mini challenges or whatever. Like, he has a lot to show and a lot to prove for whatever reason, but it makes him happy. It's just the kind of person he is. But I am very grateful for the amount of work he's given us. So with that being said, I'm going to move on to the next one. The next one, of course, is the Druid Man, the myth, the legend. One of my favorite people in the community. I love the Druid Man. He is a very interesting person with his personal challenges he does. His world first records, his solo stuff, just everything. His theory crafting, he's helped pioneer the community in terms of like what BIS lists are, just figuring out like what's best to bring, how to build your character to be the best it possibly can. We may have been able to do it without him, but it definitely wouldn't have been as flawless or as quick on the nose as it has been with him since he's been here. Druid Man has been really, really cool. I have a huge amount of respect for him. I mean, he's definitely, like, we couldn't have been able, absolutely couldn't have been able to do Firelands without him. I don't think so. Maybe some people could disagree with that, but in my personal opinion, I don't think we would have been able to do it without him. Like, he had some right calls on what to bring and everything like that. And it's really cool to have somebody that's, like, actually kind of mini famous. Like, he's like a mini WoW celebrity. Because I've met people who, like, talk about him and didn't even know he was with us. Like, one of my friends in real life who does not give a shit about twinking in the very slightest. He only does max level. Joined our call the other night to tell me and my other friend about this guy who is soloing at Mirjacell, and he's doing Mythic Fyrak. And we're like, yeah, we know who that is. That's the Druid Man. And then, my friend tells me, no, you don't know who that is. I'm like, I do know who that is. He was one of my GMs at one point. I promoted him to GM for a council. I know who that is. Like, it's cool because I've been on other Discords too, and they talk about him like he's some kind of mythological being. Like, he's like the boogeyman of solo challenges or something. I don't know. I don't know how to word it, but hopefully you understand what I'm saying. It's like a Bigfoot encounter. I don't know. It's just really cool. It's really cool to see the Druid Man. He's also the one that does our animations for our banner. He's done quite a bit. And I'm very happy to have him. Whenever he does decide to come play with us, he hasn't been as active with us as he used to be, but I understand he's got other things to do, his real life, his personal challenges and whatnot, so, like, I get it. But it's always a treat to have him there, like, whenever he shows up for raid. It's really cool. Like, we just did 25-man normal Halion, something we've never done before. Probably couldn't have done it without the Druid Man, just saying. Like, it's just really fun having him here. He was also one of the first people to be on the podcast. I haven't had to actually bring him in. It would be nice to bring him back in just to talk about his world first, but I think I might save that for whenever he actually does take down Fyrak. I think that'd be really fun. Another thing he did was he got to help cast on our last dungeon tournament we had, where he was actually working with Starship to, well, commentate on the performance of everybody. That was really cool. It felt like a very, like, celebrity kind of moment, like, it's just really cool seeing him get to do all the different things. It felt like a Joe Rogan kind of thing, like a non-podcast Joe Rogan. It was just more of like the UFC Joe Rogan. That was fun. It was really cool to see that. So yeah, I mean, I have, like, other people I'm really appreciative of, like Afa from our EU side. I'm appreciative of him for keeping, like, a lot of interest in Torghast, keeping it alive. Afa's a really funny person. Afa's been on the podcast as a guest probably more than... Yeah, he has. He's been on here more than anybody, because, like, the only other person that's been on more than him was Calith and Blackberry. But Afa's been on, like, 3 or 4 episodes at this point, so... Speaking of the devil, he actually just messaged me. Or at least messaged something on Discord. It's kind of like he got summoned, Another one that I'm really appreciative is Sosta, our EU GM. Now, take it like EU needs a lot of help with the community side on their side. It is a completely different kind of, like, culture compared to NA. NA's been able to keep things like rock solid for the most part. EU's kind of like a different kind of beast, and I am very appreciative of Sosta doing the things he's done. He's definitely come in pretty clutch when it comes to, like, tournament winnings for, like, the EU side whenever, or if they win any, like, tournaments or whatever. It's been kind of nice that he was able to, like, accommodate that. I do feel bad because Sasa had, like, no involvement with the tournaments, but he's still paid for it. That, to me, is really awesome. I have a massive load of respect for that. I just really wish I could figure out how to help him and, keep EU side going. It's a work in progress. Like, if anybody has any ideas, I'm open to hear for them, of course. I'm sure Sauce would be more than happy to hear for it, too. Another thing, too, with Fate, like, I'll go back to Fate. Fate's been able to, like, help us work with other communities to do, like, little carries for them and whatnot. Like, it's really cool that... I'm not going to go into too many details, but I do want to show appreciation for that, even though it's a little wonky and it's a little annoying and stressful at times, but... I understand. Like, like, we're working with clients, so it is what it is, I mean, all in all, I'm very appreciative of everybody. Like probably one of my best friends, Alex. Like, I find them very annoying, and I understand a lot of people probably find him very annoying because I've known the man for 20 years, over 20 years. I mean, I get it. I understand. Like, he's kind of hard to deal with, and a lot of people don't know when he's joking or when he's being serious. But Alex has been very helpful for pretty much everything. He shows up when almost every time I ask him to show up for raid. He's our bank manager. He helps maintain stock so everyone has like enchants, gems, whatever they need, food, flask. He's there. He got it. Petme does that too. Petme actually leveled up alchemy just to make sure people had flask for raids, and that's really cool because no one else has done that. Alex used to be the one that made the feast, and now it's pretty much Petme that's taken over. So that's something else I want to throw some appreciation towards. With that being said as well, I'm appreciative of Starship for their help with us on everything that they've done. We haven't really worked with Starship in about 8 months now. It's about time. Like, we're going to be back on sooner or later. It's about time. Like, the season just started, so if we do, it'll probably be like a little bit later down the road. But they were our first partnership, and very happy with them. So, and I mean, there's more I can say, but I don't want this going on too long. The last person I want to show appreciation to is somebody that I actually had a lot of respect for. I still respect him quite a bit. It's a little tainted now because of how things went on. Of course, I've talked about this before a little bit. That's Duty Hills. We would not. I can say this full honestly. Like, we could have grown without Duty. That's no mistake. That's no secret. That's not even something that I would make up. It is absolutely true. We could have totally did this without Duty. But it wouldn't have been what it is without Duty, if that makes any kind of sense. Duty helped pioneer the early stages of this. We had a lot of like fumbles, of course. I've had fumbles with my leadership as well. Like, it happens. Like, I have a problem with like trying to tackle too many projects at the same time with limited time, and it's very fucking problematic. But I try. Duty, I felt like he just kind of got over his head. He didn't really know what to do. His whole thing was just like, oh, let's just do raid. Raids can only exist whenever I'm here, or if an officer's here. If they're not here, raids can't exist. It's very whatever. I don't agree with it at all, and pretty much everyone else doesn't either. But I understand what he's wanting. He wants moderation. He wants to make sure that our name's not ruined. Like, I get it. I get it. It's not my favorite way of doing this, of course, but, hey, whatever. Everyone has their own way of doing stuff. Like, I'm sure people are very critical of the way I do stuff, and I know they are, because I've dealt with a couple people that's not very happy with how I do things. So it's like, whatever. But I feel like what I do is, in my opinion, is the best for the community. I guess only time will tell whether or not I'm correct or not, or if enough people tell me that they don't like what I'm doing, but we'll cross that bridge when it happens. I'm open to criticism as long as it's just like not nonsense, of course. I kind of felt like Duty wasn't open to criticism. Duty kind of got mad, or if he would ask your opinion on things, and then if he didn't like your opinion, he was just like, well, your opinion doesn't matter. It was frustrating, but I mean, like I said, we wouldn't have been able to do a lot of the early stuff without Duty, and I'm never going to forget that. And it does really bum me out that he is no longer with us. You could definitely feel his absence whenever he left, like all the times he's left. It's been like 2 or 3 times now. But every time he's left, you could definitely feel the missing void, or just like the emptiness right there. He was a big part of all of this. Everyone loved Duty. Everyone respected Duty. I don't know how Duty felt with everyone else. He kind of gave me the vibe of it where he's like, we're not friends. I don't really know any of you people. I disagree. Like, I consider the people I play with as friends. Like, these are people I talk to every single day. Like, I log on, people are excited. They're like, hi, or hey, Lucario, or I feel like that too, or I'll say it to somebody too. I talk to these people that I play this game with more than I talk to my real friends in real life, like, or coworkers even. Like, WoW's a big part of my life, and everyone that I play the game with is a big part of my life as well. And, I'm very appreciative of all of that. I love everybody. Like, I wouldn't be able to have fun without you guys, like, straight up. Like, if it wasn't for you guys, I'd just be doing max level PvP watching YouTube videos until I go to bed. I wouldn't be saying a word. I wouldn't care about who I was playing with. That would not matter. But I have a community here, and I'm very happy with the community. And, you know, Duty did a really cool thing where he made t-shirts for people, for the community, that helped take down the Lich King. I think that is fucking phenomenally cool. Like, I couldn't have been able to do that. I don't have the money to do that. My bills are too expensive. My area that I live in is too expensive. I would love to do that for people, though. Like one of the tournaments I'd like to do in the future. You know, like the winning team, I'd like to give them like a Legacy 30 jacket or something, or a team jersey. Like, I think that'd be fun. And I don't know if they'd really wear it. I mean, I would, but that's just me, of course. But if anything I'm saying is making sense, it's whatever. But I have a lot of respect for Duty, and I have my gripes and my complaints and my criticisms, but in all fairness, he had the same with me as well. And it's just the nature of the beast. Everyone that leads likes to think that they can do things better. And I think I can do things better, but I also know he thinks he can do things better as well. And it doesn't matter who's right or wrong. Like, if I'm in the wrong, if I'm in the right, it doesn't really matter. Because my goal at the end of the day is for everybody to have fun and just log on and be excited to do something together. Like, that's the entire point. Duties was a different kind of goal, but I'm really hoping this doesn't sound like I'm dragging him, because I'm really not trying to drag him. I'm just trying to be like very blunt and honest on my approach of this. I have a lot of respect for Duty. I really missed him when we went to do Firelands. I was thinking about that the entire raid. It was like a 3-hour raid. All I could keep thinking about, outside of my excitement for finally getting to do Firelands, is, man, I really wish Duty was here for this. Like, if I can get anybody into this raid right now, it would have been Duty. I would love to have Duty be a part of this. I've talked about it with him before, and this was just something really cool that I really wish he could have been a part of. And it sucks, man. It really sucks that he wasn't there, but I mean, he's got other things going on. Will he show up again in the future? I don't know. I hope he does. Like, I feel like give it some time, and he might, start missing us and want to come back and check things out or whatever. Like, curiosity kills the cat. Like, nobody really stays dead from WoW forever. Like, everyone can take their breaks, but people usually generally come back. It might be a month, might be 6 months, might be a couple years. Like, I've had people come in like, hey, I just got back in a while and I found your community. I want to play. Duty might be one of those people. I don't know. I hope he does. I just hope things would be a little different next time, but, I mean, only time can tell. They say time heals all wounds. And like I said, I don't have anything against Duty. I disagree a lot on a lot of the ways he did things and approached things, but like I said, at the end of the day, it's just different of opinion on things. So, yeah. I feel like there might be somebody else I'm missing. I'm just kind of like hitting like the main cast, I guess, of the community. Like, there's a lot of people that come in and they'll talk and everything like that, but there's like the main set of people who prioritize this content, I guess. I've noticed that outside of me, it's like pretty much Pet Me is like my number 2. I think that's like the most talkative outside of like a few people in EU. I mean, it is what it is. One of my friends is like actually making fun of me for that, because he's like, it's like you guys only have like 15 people, and I'm like, okay, well, I checked your max level guild and there's fucking nobody talking. So at least we have people talking, and people still group up for content. Like, we just set up a raid night and people still show up. So it's not dead. Like, we still have activity, and there's activity throughout the week. Like, I log on and there's like 5 people online, so it's actually really cool. I never would have thought I would have seen this for a like almost non-existent leveling bracket or twink bracket that only existed for Herald of the Titans, but But I don't know. If there's anybody else I might think of, or anybody else that I'm forgetting, I'll be sure to bring him up. There's like Eddie Would Go. I appreciate him, and then there's the other Eddie, and then there's Blackberry whenever Blackberry comes on. I have a lot of respect for Blackberry. I never see him online. Like, he'll pop on like once in a while for a little bit, and then he'll log off. Like, I know he's more preoccupied with Classic. Like, I get that. I think of Blackberry as like a rock star in the community, and just pretty cool rogue character. He's been on the podcast a couple times too. Yeah, like I said, I appreciate everybody. Like I said, I probably have like the most appreciation for like Pet Me though, because like the animations she does for me is just or for us, I should say, not for me, but for us. It's really cool. It's additional content to upload on YouTube, and it's just fun to go back and rewatch. Like I'll sit there and watch them from time to time just to laugh. She has a good sense of humor. But anyways, on that note, this is TotemCast, episode, I don't even know, 22, 23, something like that. I am Lucario. Thank you guys very much for listening, and I will see everybody in the next episode, whenever that'll be. I kind of slowed these down because there's not a whole lot going on right now. It was like the end of the season. Between content, we were just kind of, only major thing that we really did, like the only really cool thing we did was the Firelands one, so hey, whatever. But hey, new patch comes out, new changes, so things will be picking up again. So with that, on that note, again, thank you very much. I will see everybody in the next one, and have a good night. Bye.